I will tell you, you cannot clear with this account. There is no way. Okay, so context for this account. I started playing Wuthering Waves in the CBT. Well, I started off my YouTube channel doing Wuwa content. Then I played up until 1.2, and then I switched over to ZZZ. I have not played since the release of Changli, essentially. So I got Changli. That's also why you will not fail a certain... You know, if you scroll down, you will see that a certain male character, which was given out for free, is actually missing on this account. Then I had Wuthering Waves installed until Camellia. I pulled on Camellia, lost the 50-50, and then I essentially, just after I got her, I just essentially quit the game. I got her up to level 90, spent all my resources, and then I quit. And I came back just right before the anniversary, played for 2 more weeks, and then I had to prepare for ZZZ stuff for 2.0. So essentially, this is a 2-month played account, and like 2 weeks during the anniversary.
Yo, I gotta ask you something. Why are you trying to crit fish so hard? What is 36, 44, 67? What is this, bro? Is crit fishing your life? You want to run every single boss 30 times? Crit damage main stat on Carlotta. Dude, this doesn't even have like good stats on it or anything. No way, bro.
True.
Wait, do you have her signature?
Then tell me where my tell me where your alternatives are. I don't
crit
have
rate.
echoes.
All right, dude. All right, to be fair, they did make it easier to farm bosses recently. But damn, you hate yourself so much. Going for crit damage there is evil. All right, let's look.
That's also why I said, good luck, have fun, you know.
Come on, let me look at your tuner situation. Oh my god, you're broke, bro. Oh my god.
As I said,
no way.
I have, as I said, I have a lot of tuners. I just don't have the XP, man.
I'm gonna see a crit damage main stat on this Rochi, aren't I? Dude!
Look how many Loreleis I have. That's, you know, the main thing.
0. Wait, this is the only one you got? No way.
Bonus.
I respect that. That's all she needs. I mean, he's probably get her geared up a little bit at that point. You're disrespecting her so hard right now. If you have no gear on her, just go Sanhua. Well, I guess she's just right there. You might as well use her.
Sure, but the reason I put Rochia is simply because I think she's fun to play compared to Sanhua.
That's fair. I mean, Rochia is literally better than Sanhua in that comp, so.
Potentially. I really don't care too much about the meta part of Wuwa anymore.
Base.
I just want to play the girls, which I like, and that's about it.
Base. Dude, the girls you're playing right now, you have the meta. You're not even trying to have the meta comps. You have the meta comps. You have Camelia's best team. You have one of Carlotta's best team. This isn't a character anyone uses anymore.
I use
her. You got GN though. That guy's cool.
I'm anyone. Welcome.
You use her with anyone? Dude, why is she your most built character? Wait, who do you play with Carlotta?
Only Yanling Foxwhip. Well, my Carlotta currently has absolutely nothing, as you can see. He's missing like the crit rate to actually do anything.
Oh, I cleared with worse stats than this. You're fine. I mean, I would get the crit rate over here. I'll farm that right now. Fuck it, bro.
Oh,
we'll get the crit rate
feel
over
free
here.
to reroll, by the way, if you want to. I'm quite sure I still have some stuff for that.
Yeah, I'd reroll stuff, but you kind of have 0 tubes right now, so I don't know what the fuck I'm rerolling. That's the word.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
So I do think probably as your account is right now, I could probably clear tower. One of the things is for Shorekeeper, you want to hit 230 energy regen, so that way inner field plus with fallacy.
Yeah, she doesn't have enough.
Yeah, so you just need one more roll. I'm gonna roll some of these, see if anything hits on like the first one. If not, then
you can also all of the locked ones there. You can probably just reuse.
This one technically HP would be better, but it matters so little that I don't even care. I'll just enhance anything. Is your luck in this game good?
To be fair, I think I lost all my luck in all gacha games, starting when Fei Zhao was released in HSR.
Yeah, it sounds like average gacha. Dude, wait, you know, there's like one defense guy, and he's completely worthless. We have like an entire substat that just doesn't do anything in this game. I don't know why. Yuan Wu scales off defense, but it like does nothing because he does no damage anyway. You build him, he's worthless. You just have him there for the coordinated attacks for Jinchi. I'm gonna farm a crit rate one real quick, and then I'll show you that your account can clear towers. So the way I would structure this account probably, I would just Carlotta Yang. That would make it so your energy regen requirements on Carlotta are super low. And then I would do either Rochia Camellia or Camellia Sanhua. So you like Rochia, so we'll use Rochia. For your last team, you're probably going to go either, I mean, I guess you go Changli and Lin, so we can just do that. All right, so you have String Master. That's good. Emerald of Genesis. That's great. You have 2 of them. Okay. And then you have Last Dance. Okay. You got Tragic Comedy over getting Red Spring. That's disrespectful, bro. Bro, you got the GN over here with this weapon. It's level 70. Dude, that's messed up too. You're disrespecting these guys.
Okay, he's male, okay?
Dude, what's wrong with... He's a cool male. We love that. Jin's the GOAT. But you have Jinchi and she's level 40? What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't like her.
What? I don't like
reason...
her. I just pulled her. No way, bro.
No, I had to pull her for the guide.
Do you know basic rotations in this game, how these work?
Partially.
Partially? Okay, so you understand like the concerto system, all that stuff, right? I assume?
Yeah, sure. There mainly is the problem of having the theoretical knowledge versus actually doing it in practice. That sometimes is like the thing, you know, especially when you just spam a lot of shit and ZZZ. The ZZZ rotations are just so different because you don't have like this 1 second cooldown. You can just switch freely between the characters without having to worry about accidentally messing up your concerto. So
right. One thing I'm noticing, you have Dreamless on the Camellia. Yeah, you mentioned you didn't farm the Nightmare variants. Nightmare variant is Giga OP on Camellia specifically. Like Nightmare Chronos was literally made for her.
I know, but the only Nightmare boss I currently have unlocked is the Heron,
dude,
I think.
Yeah, I thought it was super weird. One of the accounts I reviewed didn't have Nightmare Chronos. I didn't even know you had to unlock these from open world exploration. I just assumed everyone had it already. So they had this Camellia, they farmed up a ton of Dreamless. They don't even have Nightmare Crownless, and they started after 2.0, so they definitely had it available. It wasn't like a... In your case, obviously, you had like Dreamless available at the time, right? Nightmare Crownless wasn't a thing when Camellia came out.
Yep.
Maybe my decision to farm right now was not the best idea.
I just get a crit rate one. That surely cannot take that long, right? I mean...
Crit rate! Wait.
Hell yeah.
This one pops off.
I can't wait for it to roll 2 times defense.
And then you bin the piece immediately. Attack energy regen. Ooh, that's a good garbage. Nice. I love that. So what I would say is looking at these, the way you enhance these, you should do either 1-4 or 2-4. Like these ones, it looks like...
You just change your main stat to crit rate? The modifiers?
No, you can do that for these two. You can't do it for this one. So it's only an upgrade. Yeah, I can do it for the other two. Okay. Wait, what are your thoughts on the Wuwa gearing system compared to ZZZ?
I mean, I like the drive discs the most compared to every other gacha game. Well, the top 4. If I say every other gacha game, I always only speak about the top 4. Because you don't have randomized substats. You know, it's not like between 2 and 3% crit rate. It will always be 2.4%. You have no variance in how high the roll will be.
That's like weirdly unintuitive to me.
You can, in theory, farm infinite echoes. However, you have not only the variance in rolls, but you also need tuners. So you essentially have 2 resources which you need to spend. In ZZZ, you essentially can gacha for your main and substats and reuse everything. And you only have 1 resource while also not having any variance. Also, just theoretically speaking, that is something which you have to keep in mind as well. In Wuwa, you can get your main stat as a substat. You cannot get that in ZZZ.
But you can't get your main stat at all? So if I have like a crit rate disc, I can't get a crit rate on the subs? Okay.
Correct.
Oh, because no, you're wrong. I have crit rate on here, so I actually can't roll crit rate on here either.
Oh.
Yeah. It's okay, I forgive you. You haven't been playing the game. I get it. You didn't remember. Based on my luck, you can't roll crit rate if you have crit rate on main stat. This is not possible.
Yeah, that's fair.
Why is your Camellia hitting 50Ks on her ult? Wait. Do you not, or her Forte? Are your skills not up?
They should be relatively up.
We'll check that in a second. This one hits, right?
Surely.
Really? At least 10.5 would be good here. Oh, what? That's what? Okay.
We just have to trust.
Just hit?
Just get it up to max there.
Do you know if we've gotten confirmation on whether or not substats are rated? I've never seen anything regarding that. It does feel like that intuitively, but I've never seen like definitive proof.
Wuwa, I don't know. I did some data collecting in the beginning of the game, but main attack percent, I guess.
It's not the worst. I mean, this is what we roll with. It's not that bad. I think you need energy regen anyway.
What she currently has.
Yeah, you need energy regen. Well, I guess we're using Carlotta.
What does she need?
So if you're using like Yongyong, you don't need that much. I think you can get away with 105. It's gonna depend on team comps. I think generally 120 is what recommended. So this right here should be good. So like if I was using her with Chun-Li, this is what I want, 120. In our case, we're gonna be probably using her with Yongyong. Let me see.
My Yongyong has the healer build.
Yeah. So Yongyong is gonna have not that build. That's not something we do here. I'm assuming you have like a universal limit. Let's see.
So that kind of was like the early days when essentially we wanted 3 teams, but we only had 1 Verena. So we kind of started coping with the fact that technically seen the weapon can provide the healing, which triggers the healing set.
Oh yeah, we do that too. We do that with Gauntlet users specifically. Like you on Wuwa, that's what I'm doing on my males only account. Same with like Alto.
I have that on whatever her name is, right above Calchado.
Oh,
I have that on her as well. Yeah.
Did you just always call her Yixuan?
Man, they all call the fucking same. It's Yixuan, okay? It's both have something yin yang.
No way, bro. What I would say is for Moonlit Clouds, if you can find like another attack percent one, you can go double attack. It's technically less efficient, but what I can do is it makes it so every single character you use from now on can use that set. So like I can transfer this over to Young instantly. So even though it's worse, like the damage isn't going to matter and it's super transferable. So let's see if this hits. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one right there. I don't know. It looks like a keeper to me. You want to 25 that or what?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I said to look at your skills real quick. Let's look at your skills. Oh, she's maxed out. Wait. Oh, did she just not crit? Oh,
Yeah,
right, because
she
we're
just
crit
didn't crit.
fishing. Oh, I forgot.
Actually, I think I wrote a really good, was it on road here? I'm not too sure. I think one of the one costs which I rolled like yesterday was really good. I don't remember which one it was.
This
yeah.
one?
Was it that one? Yeah.
Yeah, that one's a bang. That's a 5-liner, bro. Damn. I saw another one of those you had on, where was it? Actually, I think it was on the Moonlit set. Yeah, this thing, 5-liner, damn, and high crit damage too. That's a good ass piece. That's so fun. That's an amazing piece. Even just hitting crit damage is good enough. You clear right there. Like this Carlotta literally has better stats than mine did. Your inland is your best build character for sure. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really play inland either, just because that character's trash. So this will be interesting.
Everybody says she's trash, man. That just isn't a thing. I don't know. I think she does good.
All right, so she clears. It's just like she doesn't clear as well as the other characters. Every character in this game clears. It's like she's trash because you invest in her and she's not bis anywhere, and her playstyle is like her kit is pretty clunky because you're kind of like stuck on her.
On the clunky part, I think she has. For me, she just feels like one of the more fun characters. Can you actually just clear only the... No, you cannot.
Yeah, the fourth floor? No, you can't. You can just go up through.
Just skip the first parts. That is something they can take from ZZZ. If you have cleared the last floor, just have the first floors clear auto.
They don't do that because in this game, if you do that, it makes it so you need less teams. Because what we do here is we do 4, so we have one team clearing both floor 4s on these side towers, then we have one team here. So if you do that, then that just makes this too trivial. They want you to have at least 3 teams for tower.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
So Carlotta can do both sides. Carlotta can do middle. Yeah, Carlotta can do everything. This character's f***ed up. What we can do is, I mean, the first floors you can like literally solo. It doesn't really matter though, because you have enough teams to where we can just like go full. Normally what we do is we have like a bad team doing the floor 3s over here. And then we have a great team doing both the side towers, like the end ones, floor 4s, because those ones are just so much harder.
Yeah, sure. That is essentially what I do as well. I usually just use Gian or something for the first. I mean, he does 0 damage, but it's enough for that, so...
0 damage pops off. Yo!
Yeah, look at the crit rate.
You've had this guy since the start of the game. Yo!
Yeah, sure, but I also don't like him, so that's another thing.
Yo! What the fuck are you doing to this guy? You have his signature and everything. 22? No way, man. You have a disrespectful ass account over here. That's my general. That's my goat. That guy's carrying me right now. He's the goat of Wuwa.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, he is the best male I've played in a gacha game.
He's the best male? That sounds like an insult. Is that an insult?
No, that is actually a compliment because Hoyo is not able to make cool males.
Wait, did you guys know about the animation cancel on his ult at the start of the game?
I don't remember. Potentially. I would need to look up my Gian guide to tell you whether or not we did that.
It's been that long? No way, bro. So what you can do now is you can dodge cancel in the middle of his autos to get autos out faster. I think it makes it so there's like a total of, I think 7.5 if you do it properly. So I'll do it right here. What you do basically is the second one hits is you dodge like that. So you see how both are hitting, but I'm dodging in the middle of it to start my attack animation faster.
Oh yeah, no, we did not do that. I'm quite sure what we did was we weaved in his skill twice.
Yeah, you can weave in the skills too for more energy regen. I'm not doing that right here, but you can definitely do that as well. Especially needed if you have really low skill or energy regen, I mean. Because bosses move around a lot, so that's kind of what Gian gets screwed by. If bosses are more mobile, Gian falls off really hard and he needs a ton of ER. Yep. That's one of his biggest problems as a character.
I can definitely see that.
I'm surprised this was a technique people knew at the start of the game, though. It seems pretty, like, intuitive. But yeah, I thought it was something that came up recently, too. I haven't heard anyone talk about it until recently.
So the thing about Wuwa is that in the beginning of the game, there was not much of a content creation scene, which was, like, also one of the... like, in terms of actually rotation stuff and TC, you know?
Oh, so nothing changes? Okay.
No, it got less. My channel had probably the highest views in Wuwa in terms of guides. When I quit, that has been instant minus 200,000 views a month.
Hey, they make up for it in the drama slot, bro. They got that going for them.
I mean, I guess. But right now, I mean, who actually does, like, guide content on Wuwa. It's Maigi, and aside from her...
Yeah, it's not there's Meiji, Age Invasions, I think Thunder. Those are the only ones I really know.
Doesn't do... Age Invasions doesn't do guides, right?
He does do guides. He has a second channel on his YouTube. He posts guides specifically. All of his spreadsheets are guides too. They literally tell you like the rotations of it and everything. Like, they teach... Those are what I use personally for my resources. I use his stuff. Dude, oh my god, this GM blows so much ass. I can't even solo. No way, bro. The 23 crit rate goes way too hard. I mean, I don't even know why I'm doing this. I have enough teams to do everything. What? I'm wasting my time, bro. What we will do, though, is we'll save the healers to see if you need healers on the side towers. Maybe you can save Shorekeeper for main tower.
Question, shouldn't you use the ultimate during her state?
Actually, you should use the ultimate after you do the Roche combo. Technically, that's a mistake, but using during her state, no, because you wanted the Concerto gen.
So, essentially, you just want to go for her Forte into Spin to Win, into Skill.
I'll explain Kameli's rotation on the later tower where there's... Actually, I guess I can do it right here because this thing's going to be tanking up. So what you want to do is you want to build up... You saw there was 10 stacks there? I want to build those up, and then I want a Forte pretty much. So if you need to use white or red form, it doesn't really matter. It's literally a 1% DPS differential. The biggest difference between me using it is I generally change based on bosses. So if one feels better to hit with red because it looks like moving around a lot, but I can dodge more easily on the vines, then I use red. But if it's like I want to use white to like hard stick on the boss or something, I'll use white for that.
For her white, it's actually her basic skill, right?
Yeah, so if you don't have basic leveled, then you can't use white.
Leveled.
Okay, so then you have to use red. Okay. Yeah, it's completely fine. Yeah,
I mean, it was like, one doesn't look that cool, and
the other one looks dope as hell. The other one is spin to win.
Yeah.
What you saw there, the second I come in, I ult for the Concerto. That's your ideal rotation, why you want 120-ish energy regen on Camellia. Then you build up the 10, you go through the Forte. Technically right there, I should have dodged for the thing, but I'm talking too much, so I can't actually play properly. I don't know if you noticed there, but if you ult on Camellia and you have red hair, it'll actually show in the ult, and you can tell whether or not you're on the ground or in the air. So it'll tell you whether or not you have to use skill. So as I mentioned before, your goal on Camellia is going to be to get your 10 stacks, spend them. You want to do that by introing into her. The way we're going to do that is by building up on Roche before. I have no idea how you play this character, so I don't know how I'm supposed to actually optimally build her stuff, but I figured out afterward. Her dodge attack seems to give nothing. That kind of sucks. Let me come here. I insta ult. The second I intro, I want to ult here because you're in the air in a weird spot. Unless you're going to be using skill, which you are. You can dodge cancel a skill like that, and you can get back shots from the knight. Love the back shots. They're not grouped up right now, so I'm not using my Forte. It's not a big deal if it doesn't crit. The big damage is that right there. I don't know why he's doing so little, though. You're only doing 74k. It's really weird. Oh, I guess because you don't have a healer.
Yeah, I guess.
So actually, what you can do is during this is... Oh, wait. Here's a different sequence not in holograms. You can actually parry those back into him. I did not parry. I kind of trolled. I giga troll.
Look good. About same with my gameplay, except for the part that you actually did damage before you died.
I don't know what happened there. Cut the VOD. I also still find it super disrespectful that you can get the signature on Camellia, you went for the signature on Rogia, but then your Rogia has like 20 crit rate. Even though you have a crit rate signature.
Okay, I was not able to farm enough for Rogia to actually get the crit rate, which I want on her, which is more than 30.
Oh, wait, you don't have basic level. I forgot you literally even mentioned that, and then I just used basic anyway because I was using my own Camellia. It's super weird without the Nightmare Crownless to animation cancel for me.
Yeah, fair enough. I have no idea how it feels with the Nightmare Clownless.
Clownless? I mean, that's a good name for him. He's kind of like the easiest boss in the game. You're kind of on point right there, actually. Actually, you're disrespecting him. He's literally... Oh, wait, have you seen him? If you challenge him in the tutorial, he literally aura farms you.
I mean, true.
It should be fine. I believe in Camellia. You believe in Camellia, right? Can't have no energy right now, though. 15 seconds? Nah, I think we're giga... I don't think this is clearing. I think we need to either. Let's see. Yeah, the game bugs out, so it doesn't parry, even though it literally mentions the parry. No way, bro. Yeah, all right, let's just go get a healer.
You also used basic, so...
Yeah, I got forced to, because I can't go in the vines there because he ran away. There's no option. Let's just add a healer. It is what it is. I don't think you can, like, really die in tower. I think I died earlier. You can't really die, though.
You haven't seen me play yet.
Dude, you got the healers over here. What do you mean? You can't die. It's an impossible challenge.
Oh, no, that is not impossible. Yeah.
So, because I'm running Verena right now, I don't want to actually intro into the Verena. You actually want to intro into your second character. So you can use Verena as like a means to like funnel intros into something. Like I can intro into Camellia. This is like a Giga Swap rotation, but technically I can like preempt her Forte stacks over here like this, and then swap over to Rocha, get the Concerto, come back to Camellia, finish that, and I'll have more of the buff duration. Would you have S2 Verena?
Oh no. Yeah, it is.
I was like, why the f so clean?
50/50s to Verena.
That's not even losing a 50-50 at that point, dude. Veritta's so broken. S2 Veritta is OP. I don't know. Does ZZZ have something like S2 Veritta? That thing is messed up.
Rhinne has the problem that you want to swap her in every 5 seconds to have 100% uptime on her buff. So the main problem literally just becomes, are you able to swap her in every 5 seconds? If not, you probably want to get the M1 because it makes it 11 seconds. But the people who cannot swap her in every 5 seconds will also not be able to swap her in every 10 seconds, if that makes sense. I mean, essentially, it's literally just press spacebar, you know, but to be able to time that well is essentially what the problem kind of becomes.
Wait, pressing spacebar is an issue?
I mean, frequently, sometimes.
Damn.
You have to really underestimate how bad the average player base is.
This inlane character does literally no damage. I wasn't noticing that before.
She does damage, okay?
The Chun-Li just ulted for 10k, by the way. Wait, do you not have... No, way. You literally ever build, don't you? That's not helpful.
But you switch the weapon away from her with...
yeah, it kind of helps when I have the actual thing that she needs on her. 6 and 7, that's disrespectful. Are you 10 on your waifu? You're not even 10 on your waifu. You went 10 on Camellia, but not on your waifu. 3!
Yeah, I didn't have stuff to farm for her.
3. No way, bro.
I was just farming the last few days a little bit. Also, look at my money up there. The shell credits are...
Yo! It's cooked. Your account is cooked. It's over.
You didn't roast it enough up until now.
Yo, I roasted you for the crit rate. I roasted you for the... whatever the hell this character is. I roasted you for the level 40 Jinchi. I roasted you for having the goat with his signature and he's still level 80. You disrespect your whole account, bro. Speaking of skill issue, nothing happened on your screen.
No, I didn't see anything.
I feel like you're not believing me right now.
No, I believe you, 100%. I didn't see anything. I was busy...
enjoying the waifus.
Yeah, exactly. I was distracted by chat.
Ah, I see. Oh, wait. Yep. Do you know how to play Chun-Li?
I mean, essentially, I would hope that I know how to play her.
So I'm assuming you know, like, your goal is to build up the Forte stacks or whatever, and then you blow the Forte, then you blow your ults, and then Forte again? Yeah. You know the swap windows, right? Or how, like, if you have the blindfold during the ult, that means you f***ed up the timing on it. But your goal is basically to, like, the millisecond your Forte ends up hitting is when you want to ult, all that stuff.
Yeah.
There's, like, tech for when you're coming in, instead of doing the true sight, you can do, like, Phoenix plus, like, a dodge like that or something and get a stack. I need to practice that,
though. The fourth hit.
Yeah, that's something you can do as well. Right there, that one right there, you can swap. That's what you're talking about, right?
I usually just swap the actual hit, not the 5th basic. But
I think the efficient thing to do is to swap the 4th basic. You do like the what you do is when you're trying to build up, especially at the beginning, you do the 2, 3, 4. Because when you swap into Chun-Li, you get I don't get it if I have true sight. But when I swap into Chun-Li, you just 2, 3, 4, and then you can swap right there, and then you have true sight the second you go in, and then that helps you build up 4 stacks. I don't know if I want to use Inlin here just because she's going to do no damage because Thunder. So probably just use Encore.
Might want to check Encore's equipment for a little bit.
I'm going with the originated on Encore like we did earlier for the Chun-Li.
Oh, yeah, true. Well, yeah, right. We can give her feel free to level it. But also go with Sanhua, maybe.
Sanhua?
Yeah, I thought Encore Sanhua, but in the end you don't really use the basics because you ulti damage anyway. Well, Resonance.
Encore Sanhua is a really good team that can clear, but then you'd have to get your Encore more built, and you already have Chun-Li right here, who's a better partner anyway. Encore Chun-Li is one of Chun-Li's better teams. But it's kind of weird. Like, Chun-Li's like a character that fits in a lot of comps, but she's not like technically best. Like for Carlotta, she fits in a Carlotta team, but she's like 3rd best team or something like that. Like with Encore, she's like, I think she might actually be best with Encore, best or 2nd best, but it's like this team doesn't perform as well as like other teams. But like Chun-Li can fit in a lot of places. She just isn't the best in those places, but she's like top 3 in all of them. It's a really weird spot to be in.
But she is top 1 in terms of bedroom eyes, so that's a selling point for me.
True. Literally. Wait, did you see the swimsuit skin?
Not yet. I kind of missed out on the stream.
I'm hoping it looks good. I heard there was going to be no particles for it though, which is a little bit of a letdown. I was hoping there'd be a particle skin like the Jinchi one. Well, you've seen the Jinchi one, right?
That's okay. Yeah, yesn't. I kind of skip out on the skins, especially Jinchi ones.
No way, bro.
Having more particles on Chun-Li would be a bad thing because that would mean there is potentially less to see of her, outfit.
I guess more particles would be cool too. I would like update it though. It's like a pool theme, right? What if it was like water instead of fire? That'd be sick. That's what I want skins for.
Yeah, that would be sick, but it also could be confusing. I mean, suppose it's not really confusing because in the end, water element doesn't exist. But I can imagine that it could be, especially for colorblind people, it could be interesting. if you change colors.
Oh yeah, but then I guess the Jinchi skin does it between like 2 different colors, where it's like yellow to pink. I don't think that's a colorblind people typically have. Whereas I think red to blue, or I guess like orangish to bluish, might be a lot more common. All right, what's your goal on Encore?
Okay, my goal on Encore is I press E, swap cancel it, go into Chun-Li, do stuff on Chun-Li, go back with her, then I press Someone Ultimate. When I have the Ultimate, I can do either a full basic string into, well, skill into full basic string, into skill into full basic string, into skill into the explosion. Or, if I'm playing her in a swap cancel team and actually don't make use of that, I just basically swap cancel everything.
I actually think Encore's rotation got updated. You actually don't skill at the start. You can get 3 basic strings off during your thing if you end up canceling the last hit with a dodge or the skill. So like the second the sheep ends up coming down. But yeah, you pretty much got everything right. Actually knowledgeable about the game, better than most consecrators. That's impressive.
I mean, to be fair, I don't know what happened in the last year, so...
Well, it sounds like... Yeah. I don't either, actually, if you want to be technical. I don't either. Like, I actually didn't even like really start playing this game until like a few months ago.
Yeah, for me it's mainly like everything which happened like 1 year ago should hopefully still be in my mind. The question is usually always, is that even still applicable? Has there been something better found in the meantime? I mean, my Encore guide still is my most viewed guide up until now, but that shit is old. So the question is whether or not that is still right. But apparently I guess you do triple string now. Yeah,
but the triple string doesn't work if the boss ends up canceling it.
Yeah, fair enough.
When the sheep comes down, you want to cancel it with like a dodge or a skill, which I did not do there.
Did they actually update that? Encore has not been able to parry attacks outside of her ultimate before. Is that still a thing?
I think you can only parry with plunge attack. You can parry with plunge and you can parry with ult, and I think the skill inside of ult. I think you can parry with echoes too. Her actual basics can't parry. It's really weird because new Catalyst users can do that, but all the old ones can't. That's part of the reason why I said like Inland was clunky, is like she has a harder time parrying too, whereas like Phoebe, literally all of her autos parry for no reason. Like everything she does parries. But she's also a ranged character, so like why don't they just like retroactively buff the characters before, like the Catalyst users or whatever, to make it so they can all parry too. I don't get why they do that.
Wait for Kudo to announce it in 3.0 that they will buff the characters in 3.4.
True. That'd be a banger, actually. I would like it if they buff some characters. Like, I don't expect them to. Have you ever seen a gacha that has buffed standard banner characters?
No, I don't. But I think especially that would be really funny because HSR got for doing exactly that. So I cannot wait for Kudo doing the exact same thing, but everybody praising them for it.
HSR got on for buffing standards, or just buffing units in general?
They got shit on. They got shit on for buffing. For announcing that they will buff 4 characters, but waiting for patches to actually implement it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
So they said in the anniversary last stream on 3. Well, not the anniversary. In 3.0, they said they will buff characters coming in a future patch, and in 3.2 they announced that it will be in 3.4, and 3.4 is coming up in like 30-ish days.
I will say it is kind of weird for them to announce it so far away from the actual buffs, but I guess it's kind of nice to know that they are going to buff characters. It is a little bit weird. I can't deny that, but I'd rather have it than no buffs.
I don't think it's that weird, because if you know development cycles, you know that they basically already are developing 4.0 right now. And essentially what they have to make sure is when they now want to buff a character, that it also works with everything that already has been developed 1 year in advance. Like all of the characters which will come out now in 1 year are already in development, or are already done essentially. The only question is numbers tuning and maybe small kit changes. Announcing it early, I don't necessarily think is a bad idea, because it essentially means, unless the buffs are completely meaningless, that you might want to, that you are able to actually also plan your pulls around that.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah, I can definitely see like the other side of the coin. I can definitely see why someone would say like it's a little bit weird though. Just because it's weird to say that you're going to do something. I mean, I guess, yeah, development cycles, they're announcing it super early. I understand that. I can get that POV.
Well, you know, in the end, Heil ZZZ, you know, best
actually,
out there.
You're wrong. In the end, it's HSR, so HP inflation actually means that game is complete trash and unplayable. I think you forgot about that part.
Okay, but HSR also has that problem, and Genshin too. So I guess I Kudo games.
I thought Genshin didn't really have an HP inflation problem, does it?
Oh, it does have a huge HP inflation.
Wait,
with
really?
the release of Mavuika, they literally doubled or tripled the HP in Abyss. It was
really?
Pretty bad.
Damn.
Yeah. It was fine for 4 years essentially, well 5 years, but in Genshin they actually increased their HP massively.
Dude, it had 2 seconds left. No way.
Oh.
No way, bro. This guy moves too much. I can't even hit him with half my shit. He's not even vulnerable. It's literally HP inflation. I literally have a bunch of over here. There's no way, bro. There's no way. It's funnier if I min clear, but it's like, dude, what the?
You want the fusion damage? I'm quite sure you want the fusion damage on her because she's running attack and slot 3.
Yeah, I want these anyway. I'm pretty sure these are always better than the skill levels, aren't they?
I have no idea as what it is right now. Feel free to merge some stuff. I'm quite sure I have some stuff. In the end, I don't think that HP inflation necessarily is a problem as long as you can still clear all of your content.
Wait for S3.
Oh yeah, I lost another one. I forgot about that.
Damn, you lose every 50-50. You got S2 Rhinne, S3 Encore. Damn, bro. S1 Calculator? No way, bro. What? Huh? How?
I have not been spooked by a certain other standard character yet, and I have promised myself if I get that, I will delete my account.
If you get Ling Yong, you're deleting your entire account? No way,
yes.
Bro.
That, man.
I respect that. I respect the dedication. That being said, dude, Ling Yong came twice in my speedrun. He's my GOAT. He's the savior of my account.
What's your opinion on that guy, by the way?
Ling Yong? Oh, he's terrible. Yeah. He's god awful. But, he's my GOAT. I respect it. I respect people who play him. He just feels like dog to play. He's literally terrible, though.
I think the most interesting part is when Wuwa released of how hyped Calciado has been. And everybody was like, Calculator is the best character in the entire game. His damage is insane. The way of how he works with Yin Lin. He just power creeps everything. There is no character in the game which comes even close to him. And people just did not want to believe the truth when the game was released.
What do you mean, bro? Calculator pops off. His kid is definitely not clunky solid. You know what I want? I want limited Calcharo. Limited Calcharo would go hard.
The thing is that, you know, I'm quite sure that hasn't changed, but Calcharo had like the main problem that essentially he was unplayable for 99.9% of the player base.
Oh yeah, that hasn't changed. That will never change. He'll always be unplayable for most of the player base. Which is why I want limited. They can make a limited version of him that's not as hard to play.
People flamed me hard for saying he is not good for the average player.
Oh yeah, he's terrible. Dude, you know how many people... I made a new player guide. You know how many people want me to...
about that.
They want me to cope for them and tell them to pull Calculator. They're like, should I pull Rhinne or Calculator? I'm like, bro, nobody would ever recommend you play Calculator. You didn't want to play Calculator. You want someone to cope and tell you that Calculator's fine. I mean, look, you can clear with him. You're going to hate your life when you do it. I promise you will have no fun as you do it. But you can do it. But his kid is so clunky. It's so cursed. I would not even recommend it. Dude, I'm doing no damage, by the way. I'm literally playing this comp properly. Where's my damage?
HP inflation.
There is HP inflation in this game. I don't know if there is on this tower, though, because there's no waves here. But there is HP inflation. Inland is not going to help because it's Thundering Mephis. So, I mean, no, I don't know if I want to bring a Electro character to Electro debuff. That sounds troll.
Sure, but it's more fun.
It's more fun when I can't even clear in the first place? Oh, bet. Yeah, I'm having so much fun when I can't clear. Good call, bro. This is great.
I thought you liked it when it was closer.
Yeah, but it's embarrassing. I come over here by here, I say I'm ZZZ, or ZZ Messiah. I'm a Wuwa Messiah over here or whatever. I mean, pretty decently built characters. No way, man. I'll just describe the rotation real quick. So your goal is just to get your Forte up. The general rotation is going to be skill, and then you go to your other characters, you build up their intro, you intro into Carlotta, you skill again, Forte, ult, go through your ult, skill, go out.
Why do we want to use 2 skills in the beginning on Carlotta?
It's to build up her stacks.
Okay.
Another way to build up her stacks. Another way to build up her stacks is going to be holding up heavy attack and then 1, 2, 3. It depends on what your rotation timer is. The rotation timer for this comp using skill to start is fine, but like for certain comps, I had to do the base attack. Like when I'm pairing with Chun-Li, I had to do the heavy attack at the beginning and then base attack 1, 2, 3. But that takes longer. So if you have a comp like this where you're introing into Carlotta really hard, it's better if you do the skill. So just give an example. So like over here, I do this, the skill. I go into pause. I don't want to pause the boss up there. Whoops.
I don't see anything wrong.
True. I just don't want him to waste time up there. I want him to waste time over here. I skill over here, then I come into Yongyang, into Yongyang stuff, go into Shorekeeper. You're just trying to build up your intro. You want to play Shorekeeper?
Yeah, sure.
So basically what you're going to do is you just like ult at the end of your rotation to build a concerto so the field lasts as long as possible, because if you don't have E1, the field can technically like run out. So you come here, skill Forte, and then you ult after the Forte, you have like a giant damage buff. Do not swap out during this time, even if you're playing quick swap, because you have a huge damage buff right now for Carlotta. It's a giant DPS loss. Then you just go through this, you skill again, go back into Yongyang over here. I'm actually going to swap back into Carlotta and use Sentry Construct just for the free damage. Then we come to Shorekeeper to do a rotation. You can cancel her Forte with her skill, and that'll give you a little bit extra time on the rotation. So use the Forte, like the whole charge attack, and you cancel it with skill. Hopefully this is enough damage. I didn't get your skills fully leveled, and the Yongyang literally has no gear, so might be a little bit scary. We'll see. This Carlotta is doing more damage than mine was, but oh yeah, a lot more damage, but HP inflation. Young actually hitting on her ult doesn't actually do anything, so that's fine. If I can call out. Oh, I forgot to use Sentry. Oh, I forgot. It's fine though. So the Sentry matters a lot more if you're not using Young, because you mainly use the Sentry to get your energy regen back. But Young's intro or outro into Carlotta gives her energy regen. It's one of the nice things about the comp. So normally, you should be using Sentry anyway. I just kind of forgot to because I'm kind of brain off right now. Like what I should do is I should do this skill Sentry, come into Shorekeeper like that. This is a pretty simple rotation though, and for some ungodly reason, it's optimal on a free-to-play comp. So literally the most brain-dead character in the game. You just go in a circle doing the most brain-dead stuff ever. And if you do the rotation properly, you can actually get back here. If you cancel everything super well, you can get back to her ult before her ult is even back up. So you might have to do like some basics. Surely this kills, right? And I don't have to run again? That'd be really cringe. Wait, this kills, right? Thank you. That almost didn't kill. No way, bro. Wait, you literally have like decent stats too. No way. I guess it's because the skills are low level. Oh yeah, you have R2. I forgot about that. You mentioned that yesterday. True. Dude, if I didn't have the R2, I literally don't clear there. That literally saved it.
It's actually pretty good, her weapon, right? Like it is 15% more skill damage bonus and 3% more attack.
Her weapon upgrade from Static Mist is actually about average. Like most of these signatures get about the same. So for example, like Red Spring gets almost the same. They're like within 1% of each other. Blazing Brilliance I think is about the same. Jian's weapon is about the same. I think Jinxi's weapons is about the same too. She has like the baseline for signatures. The really strong signatures are like Zoni and Brance that came out recently. Those ones are super fucked up. I think Consorella's is super fucked up too, and Phoebe's like basically everything came out after her.
What's the current difference between a signature weapon, a standard S rank, and a free-to-play option?
Actually, unironically, Pridwin is really good for that. So I know people like on Pridwin for ZZZ, but for Wuwa, Pridwin is actually really good. We use a lot of their calcs. Average is about 16 or 17% for signatures, though. That's going to be the damage increase.
But there's one problem which you have, and that is that they use. I mean, I do the same because for reasons. Let's just take, I don't know, Camellia, whatever. So the problem is that the R5 is calculated as a damage gain, as well as the R1 is calculated as a damage gain, but the A ranks are calculated as a damage loss. So if you reverse that, the damage gain between an A rank and an S rank is actually higher.
Oh, you're talking about like the relative difference, right? Because like if you're going from like 80, say like an 85%, whatever that means, right? Like we'll just say 85. You do 85 damage, then you're going up to 100. That's more than a 15% increase, right? But if you're going from 100 to 115, that's a 15% increase.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's why like getting up to standard is like pretty big, but then going past that doesn't really like help as much.
I understand why they do it this way, and that's also the same reason why I do it that way in my guides as well. I always calculate with the damage loss because it incentivizes FOMO less.
Yeah, I like that.
If I tell people, for example, for Tijuana now, I just literally made that. It is the difference which I show is essentially it is a 24 to 25% difference between her signature and the A rank options. But if you would show it from an A rank baseline, it would be a 33% damage gain. And 33% just reads much worse than 25% does.
Yeah, I like it too, especially because you can clear with the 4-star weapons in this game. So like showing that like this is what the 4-star weapons perform at, and it's like 15% less than like a 5-star weapon. I think a little bit of the narrative I'd like to shift in Wuwa, where it's like signature should be viewed more as a luxury. I feel like a lot of people view it as like a you should get this for like any character that you're legitimately playing right now. Every account I review has signatures on it deluxe. Which, like, you get a good amount of pulls. We've been playing since, like, the start as well. So, like, I don't understand having fused signatures, but, like, everyone has, like, almost every signature in this game just because it's guaranteed. I feel like they get baited by consecrators to pull signatures. I'm not sure if, no, unironically, I don't say that to, like, flame anyone. I'm not even calling anyone out because I legitimately have not watched anyone's, like, recommendations for signature pulling or anything. So, like, this isn't, like, shots at anyone. I legitimately can't tell because it's so, like, lockstep how many people are pulling signatures. I feel like just how good standard banner weapons are, with me being able to clear it with like, I mean, even on my clearing with level 70s, I was using standard banner weapons for like most of my roster outside of my main DPS as well. Standard banner just clears so easily. I think more people should just view signature as a luxury.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, but we got level 6 skills, so I'm not even maxed out right now, and I'm using Giga Free to Play Deluxe level 50 Yongyang that has no gear on her. It's kind of cracked.
Hell yeah, let's go. It's the Originite.
Oh wait, what? Wait, do I have a no way?
Wait till she's still on Originite, right?
No shot. I put her on EOG, didn't I? You scared the shit out of me. No way, bro. You scared me so hard. No way.
Oh no, you did change.
No way, bro. I see you.
I thought you swapped it. I thought you swapped it back to.
You want to stop me from clearing it on first try? I see you, bro. I see you.
I actually wonder if we run into a similar situation with Cantarella and Fulova, because right now who the f is Cantarella used for? You know.
Jinchi, that's it. She's second best for Jinchi, actually, I believe. But yeah, I know what you mean. She's useless right now.
You know, there surely comes a character which does echo skill damage and also, you know.
Oh yeah, everyone just assumes that's gonna be for Lova. Like,
yeah, I'm assuming that as well. And that would be so bad, though.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that either. I was saying that with Consolella's kid. I didn't like how niche it was. I didn't like that it felt like they were trying to force you to pull her if you want to pull, like, other characters, and she's, like, completely unusable now. I was not a fan of how they did Consorella. I even pulled for Consorella, too, so it was, like, doubly sad. Not a gooner, by the way.
I didn't pull for her either, so I hope that she is not needed for Furlova.
No, I did pull for her. I don't even like Furlova, and I pulled for Consorella. But that's because, like, I failed doing something. I was trying to clear all the holograms level 70 characters, but this is when I was new to the game, so I sucked ass, and I couldn't do it. I probably do it now, but I technically haven't yet. But yeah, I have Consorella, but like I don't want her to be like mandatorily paired with like either like a Havoc character or like whatever the hell Echo is, especially if they don't expand on the concept too. But, like the fact that you're gonna have to wait such a long time to do that as well is kind of cringe. I think I might have to start with Ult and Carlotta.
There's no damage increase in this game while the enemy is stunned, right?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I actually don't know.
Because
I didn't learn that.
I don't actually remember from back then how it was. I think there was no damage increase during stun windows, but I don't actually remember.
Yeah, I don't think there is either. There might be like certain mobs that take bonus damage when they're staggered, but I don't think that's like normal. Yeah. No HP inflation and Weathering Waves, by the way. I have level 90 characters. I can't even clear middle tower because there's no shield buff. All right, to be fair, your skill levels suck. Do you have the weekly packs from Night Market?
Yes, I should. I'm not sure which ones actually I got. I think I got the ones for the weapon, for the boss materials, because that felt like the nicest thing. Again, feel free to just do whatever you want on this account except deleting it.
That's the best part, though. Then I can help you uninstall gotchas. I'll delete your ZZ account next. It's literally lit. Tell me I saw BIS. That's endgame for gotchas. Yeah, actually, wait. You have hella supply packs. I thought that was going to be the last one. Okay. Yeah, you're a broke. Damn. That's not good. Let's see. You've done a good amount of the open world, too. Damn, I'm surprised you're this broke. Did you... Hold on, let's see. Let's go to the shops and buy stuff, then.
No, not that one.
Wait, you don't want to spend on this one?
No, I have the one rule for gacha games where if there's any open world shop, I want to collect everything of this currency first before I actually spend it.
Okay. Does this one count then, or no? Because there's stuff here too.
Depends on what kind of. I mean,
it's the stuff you get from the paintings. That's the currency for it. But that is open world.
No, the paintings I don't care about. I care about like collecting all of the 200,000 monies or whatever it's called. I don't know how many that actually is.
Or here, I'll just show you the resource. Let me know. Look at this. You can be paid. But yeah, you have to spend to get them more of these. All right, bet. Goodbye. Bullshit. Look at that 300k. That's like all the skill levels. Yachin said Yongang is better.
That is 2 skill levels. No, more than 2. It's not that expensive.
Kind of. Not really. Kind of. A little bit.
Let's dump everything in there. There's no need to hold back. I want to max her anyway, so.
Oh, trust me, I'm not holding back. The problem is this number at the top right. I'm trying to figure out how I deal with that. All right, I can do one here and one here.
Just don't look there.
Don't look there? Okay, true. Good call. If I just don't look there, it doesn't exist. Is that how gambling addicts do this?
Probably. I'm actually not too sure.
Oh, you have 24 of these. Oh, fuck. Dude, all right, so you know what sucks? There's 2 different boxes in this game for some reason, and it doesn't show you on here. So, like, you see how it says 1 right now? You actually have 24 more. I had to go check for that. So, you get, like, faked out into seeing you only have 1, but you actually have 24. Or 25.
Oh, yeah, just use all of it. Like...
Yeah, but, like, why would they not just, like, show you that?
I don't know, man. Actually, I'm always so confused. Can you go, click on that again? The wave-worn residue. I always think like I get 239.
Oh yeah, that was really stupid too.
Why do they have to call it that way?
They don't like you, bro. They want to make it unintuitive.
Oh yeah, actually you can use the gacha currency as well. The shop reset, right? Or will reset? Like
I've never actually taken shell credits from there though. I don't even know if that's worth doing. I've only taken 2.
Shell credits are worth it.
Yeah, the tubes are worth it. Oh, I thought you were saying for the shell credit specifically. Yeah, you can buy it. You can buy the tubes here if you really want to. You can buy these, but I don't need to get your echoes up to clear. I just need to get your skill levels.
I'm actually still saving this one, the Afterglow Corals, because I hope that I might be able to get Furlova M1 with that.
Yeah, that's what you can do for sure. Yeah, you'll definitely have it too. Or well, hold on, let me check your pulls. If you end up hitting her. Oh, you're.
Oh yeah, I have no fucking pulls whatsoever.
Yeah, you're GG. Wait, are you on guarantee right now? Let me check.
No, I'm not.
F. Oh, wait, no. Oh, yeah. F. You're fucked. All right, GG.
That's okay. For Lover is still like 2 patches away.
True. You can get an entire patch of anniversary tier rewards coming up.
Really? Is it that like 10 pulls?
Yeah. Pretty good, right?
I mean, insane.
It pops off hard. Don't worry though, Zenless had a worse anniversary.
No, I disagree.
Yeah, well, I'm a Wuwa shill, so I agree.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
I think you forgot what game I main right now.
True. Actually, I think that ZZZ did have the best anniversary, but that is mostly because Kudo anniversary was much worse before people complained. So essentially, the additional 30-ish pulls, which 10 have been stand-up banners once, so I guess 20 pulls, would not have happened if, well, you know.
Well, I think even with those pulls,
wouldn't have
ZZZ anniversary seems better in terms of total rewards as well, even relative to the banner rates. But I don't think ZZ's anniversary was like super amazing or anything, but I do think it's really weird to glaze Kuro's anniversary and then Giga on like Mihoyo's. That literally makes no sense. That's like a nonsensical stance. You can say both are mid, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think ZZZ did something exceptional, but...
So the thing is that ZZZ's standard characters are actually... Well, not all of them, of course, but the weapons as well as the standard characters itself are actually not bad at all. They're actually fairly good, sometimes even best in slot. That is basically like if they would tell you, here's a free Verena. The only difference is it doesn't matter too much for Verena, I guess. But just imagine you get a free Verena and a free signature weapon for every character. I don't know, seems pretty good to me. Sure, you have less pulls on that, but at least we have something to do that patch. This cube event was the worst shit I've ever seen in my life, not gonna lie.
Dude, I've been Giga Flaming Kuro for this anniversary. I'm actually super not a fan. I didn't like what they did.
I don't care about the rewards in itself. I think it's nice to get rewards, but for me it's like I want something to do in a patch, and holy shit, like this cube event, I got cancer twice while playing that. Dude,
literally same. It pissed me the fuck off. I don't know why people are like pretending it's fun. I like the cubes themselves. The cubes are super cute. I just wish the event was not boring as f.
Yeah.
They're cute. So just like make the event fun and interesting and don't make this like garbage gameplay that I don't want to touch. Same with, have you done the TV V2 event in this game? It's the new, there's like the TV movie mode, I guess. It's basically TVs from ZZZ, but like less stylized. It was super boring. I'm not a fan of it.
No, I don't think. Isn't this movie thing, whatever game mode they removed from the game, everybody was mad about it and then brought it back?
Elusive Realm?
Elusive Realms, yeah.
It's just basically like what it's kind of like scuffed TV mode from ZZZ. But yeah, it is Elusive Realm, but I don't know. I found Elusive Realm pretty boring. And this implementation of it is pretty bad.
I think the original Elusive Realm was kind of good. Sure, it can be improved upon, but I don't see a reason why they actually removed it. I don't understand why. What is the net negative of keeping that in the game?
I actually don't know. I remember liking it on the initial launch. I was like surprised it was gone. I guess technically Somnium Labyrinth still exists, I guess. Yeah, I don't know why they actually like straight up just like didn't have that included later on. I know people were really looking forward to this too, so I was kind of hyped for it to come out. But then when it came out, it actually just sucked. So yeah, I don't know now. It just feels so bad.
Yeah, can see that. I don't know. I really have not really done any events in Wuwa because honestly, they are worse than MiHoYo's events, and that is actually pretty impressive.
I actually like the events prior to this patch. I just think this patch specifically was pretty bad.
Okay, I didn't play prior to that, so I cannot really say anything. I heard the fishing event was quite good.
It was well designed, but I don't like fishing, so I didn't like fishing. But it was like a good design mode though. If you like fishing, you would like that mode. It's better done than ZZ's fishing, but I like ZZ's fishing more only because I get to do less of it. So it was faster. I hate both of them. It was faster, so I don't have to touch the mode. So it's better.
Fair enough. Dang, those few skill levels did so much.
They did. Look at that. 13 seconds.
That is, and that was much more than before. Holy shit. Like before, we were at like 30% HP left still. That was insane.
It wasn't even like the rotation wasn't cleaned up or anything either. The skills going up higher, I think it's like a total of almost 30% damage going from like level 7 to level 10 skills. It's really insane.
Guess I should farm more.
Yeah, skills matters a lot.
The problem is that I'm always busy farming money because I don't have money.
You gotta start farming some crit rate main stats. Dude, this crit fishing, I mean, at least you have Shorekeeper, but like, dude, why does your Carlotta have 235 crit damage on signature weapon? This gives 72. You basically have one crit damage roll outside of that. You literally, you literally have only one crit damage roll. It's right here. And it's a min roll. No way, bro. You literally have one crit damage roll. No way.
I will get to it, okay? I promise someone.
This is a scuffed ass thing. Scuffed ass Carlotta.
Yeah. True, but I also really didn't have too much fun time farming for her. I mean, I played for like 2 weeks, so. And then ZZZ happened. That's an unfortunate thing. But good to know that you literally showed me everything is a skill issue, so.
True.
Fantastic.
I mean, if I can beat the game with level 70s, I can beat the game with level 90s. I told you, there's not a single account I played on so far that I haven't been able to clear. It's just skill issue.
Yeah, but I mean, that is fine. The only question I always ask myself is, how big should the difference between skill issue actually be?
Oh yeah, I agree with that too. Like, I don't expect, like, if HP inflation was so bad that, like, this is what it took for most people to clear, I think it would be a huge issue. But like, you can see like this Carlotta, for example, is missing basically half of her rolls over here. She's not even maxed out on skills. She's using a level 50 Youngling that also has no gear. I mean, I guess she's on signature. If I was on static mist, I'd have to get my stuff up to 10. And if I wasn't on static mist and I was on a 4-star weapon, I'd probably have to use like I'd probably have to even use Jesha, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of weird to think about. I'm just surprised there's not a discussion whatsoever about HP inflation and Wuwa. So many people I play on the accounts of literally can't clear tower.
I don't know. In the end, if you build your characters, if you max out the basics and have some somewhat decent echoes, I think you should be able to clear everything. The question really is just how much skill is actually required to do that. And I think that is always an interesting question, simply because what is your actual player base? How many people in this game are actually casuals who don't have the greatest equipment and stuff? That's like the question which will always be relevant, and from a business perspective, it is a very relevant question, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, if gotchas are made to appeal to like super casual players, then having any sort of HP inflation can maybe isolate those players as well. So that could be bad for revenue.
As long as you lock stuff behind that. I've never done this overdrive thing. I mean,
this unlocks after you do tower. Wait, have you never cleared tower before? I swear I just saw the animation for it.
No, I have not.
Okay, yeah. So this is just like a permanent mode.
So I've been able to how many stars is it in total for the other mode? 18?
Yeah, it's 18. It's a permanent mode. You don't even have to bother doing it, but it gives you some asteroid.
No, I mean the weekly one.
In the monthly?
Weekly.
Or
not this one. It's 30.
Yeah, this one's 30.
Anyway, I have been able to do 12, 3 out of 6, and 12. Essentially, I never was able to get a 13, so 27 quests has been the highest I've had.
Gotcha.
Like, was usually the side 2 here. Has been more of a problem. But you know, with no crit rates.
Well, you have shorekeepers, so you don't even need good builds, bro. You got Astra. You got the wheelchair right here. It's literally the wheelchair. If Astra's a wheelchair, then shorekeeper Rhinne over here, that's Nicole, and that's Astra right there. You got the wheelchair. Look at that. The wheelchair is carrying this comp too. It goes hard.
Yeah, can see that.
Your account was a C- tier. Your character's legit trash. You had no crit rate. Your Carlotta literally had 30% crit rate before I got her up. Your Roche still has 30% crit rate, by the way. The only character you have built up on this account is Lynn, who I couldn't even use it in the tower because it's resisted. So like, why the f do you even have this guy? You know what? She was literally debuffed too. I just threw the Encore on it. It was 30 times easier to clear. This account, you know what? I'm changing the grade. It was F tier before, but you know what? I'm kind of a chef. I made it a B tier. You're welcome.
That is not B tier, I'm sure. Thank you. Thank you for saving my account.